On the news, at least 21 killed in vigilante-backed ambush in Katsina State. Appeal Court bars Federal High Court from dabbling into Kano Emirate tussle. And Nasarawa Commission demotes magistrate over alleged fraudulent remand of Ochioma Okoli in Erisco saga. Hello and welcome to News Now on TV360 Nigeria. I'm Simisola Atiku. At least 21 government-backed fighters have been killed in an ambush by bandits in Katsina State, Nigeria's northwest. The Katsina police spokesman Abubakar Sadiq Aliyu told newsmen that a convoy of pro-government fighters was returning from paying condolences to the family of a dead colleague when it came under fire from bandits in the village of Baure in the Safana district. According to reports, the fighters were members of the state-backed Katsina Community Watch Corps, established in 2023 by Katsina State Governor Diko Umar Rada to assist the military and police in fighting gangs. The report adds that many more villagers remain missing. Meanwhile, the Katsina police spokesman assured that operatives are actively searching for attackers as the region continues to suffer from violence from bandits notorious for killing and abductions. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) is seeking additional funding from the federal government in preparation for the 2027 general elections. INEC's chairman Mahmood Yakubu revealed this while appearing before the Joint Committee on Electoral Matters at the National Assembly Complex in Abuja to defend the Commission's 2025 budget proposal. Yakubu listed the areas needing the funding to include the continuous voter registration exercise, logistics for off-cycle elections, replacing damaged election materials like bimodal voter accreditation systems, beavers, ballot boxes, and voting cubicles, as well as repairing INEC offices in local government areas. The Commission had earlier clarified that it did not intend to destroy the over 6 million uncollected permanent voters' cards (PVCs) going back to the 2015 voter registration.
What are the reasons that we think something has to be done about the budget? For instance, the 40 billion has not taken into account activities, particularly elections that we are going to conduct in 2025 or make substantial preparations for the elections in 2025. And let me enumerate them. We have already released the timetable for the Anambra governorship election. Party primaries for Anambra State will begin on the 20th of March in the next 2 months and will end on the 10th of April. And there's no provision in the budget for the Anambra governorship election. And there will be many other activities leading to the election in November. Secondly, the area council elections in the Federal Capital Territory, the only part of the country where INEC conducts local government elections. There is no provision in the 2025 budget for the area council elections holding in February next year. Although it is holding in February next year, virtually all the activities will have to be conducted in 2025, including the conduct of primaries and the nomination of candidates. According to the law, parties must nominate candidates for the election not later than 180 days, 6 months before the date fixed for the election.
We want INEC to be really independent. And when they have shortages like this, what they fall back to? You said it does not cover most of the local government. But most of the local government, at the end of the day, run to the council chairman to get support. And these are things we should avoid. And in a situation where they have no choice, they just want to run their office, and they think it's still official, and they will go and ask for support. Please assist us. And to make INEC really independent, we should ensure that they get their budgetary requirements so that they will not be tempted to go handicap.
In a split decision of 2 justices to 1, the Court of Appeal Abuja Division has barred the Federal High Court in Kano from adjudicating over the Kano Emirate legal matter. In its judgment on Friday, the appellate court held that the Federal High Court has no jurisdiction to dabble into the Kano State chieftaincy matters on the ground that such a case can only be determined by Kano High Court. Justice Gabriel Omoni Kolawole, who delivered the lead judgment, ordered that the matter be returned to the Kano State High Court, being the proper court for such matters. Meanwhile, the Kano State government has called on all relevant authorities, institutions and individuals to comply fully with the recent Court of Appeal judgment that resolved the long-standing dispute over the Emirate Council reforms. The government further reiterated its commitment to fostering unity and development in Kano, emphasizing the importance of cooperation among all parties involved. In other legal matters, the Nasarawa State Judicial Commission has demoted a Chief Magistrate, Emmanuel Jatau, over misconduct in the case involving Chioma Okoli and the Nigeria Police Force. Judicial Commission demoted Jatau from the Chief Magistrate 2 to Senior Magistrate. The decision of the Commission was contained in a letter dated January 6, 2025 and addressed to Inibehe Effiong, Okoli's counsel. On September 17, 2023, Okoli had made a post on Facebook stating that she tasted Najiko tomato mix, one of the tomato paste variant of Erisco Foods Limited, and found it sugary. Days after the Facebook comment, Okoli was arrested by the police following a petition by Eric Umeofia, president and CEO of the company. And Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in 6 members of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission (LASIEC) with a charge for them to make use of technology in conducting elections, which he says can significantly enhance accuracy and prevent fraud. Speaking at the swearing-in ceremony, which took place at the State House, Alausa Ikeja, Sanwo-Olu noted leverage technology to enhance efficiency and reliability. Similarly, the governor swore in 3 permanent secretaries, tasking them on professionalism and optimal performance.
As you assume this critical role, I urge you therefore to prioritize transparency, to be fair, to be firm, but to certainly be impartial. The credibility of any electoral process is the cornerstone of its acceptance. Your action must reflect the highest standards of integrity and accountability. To this end, I encourage you to leverage technology to enhance efficiency and reliability. For example, by ensuring that you can explore biometric voter registration can significantly enhance accuracy, prevent fraud, while online platforms will also, in our view, improve voter education and access to information. We believe that with the robust collaboration that we see, LASIEC must work in synergy with all stakeholders. This means establishing regular consultation with all political parties to proactively address their concern, partnering with civil society organizations for effective voter education, campaign programs, maintaining open communication channels with the media to ensure that we have a transparent, thorough, throughout the entire process of the election. I also want to acknowledge the challenges that you might face, from voter apathy and logistics complexities to potential disruption. Be rest assured that this administration is committed to providing all the necessary support and resources for you to overcome these hurdles.
Still in Lagos, the State Police Command has paraded 46 suspects in Ikeja for various crimes ranging from murder, courtesan, child abuse and armed robbery to unlawful possession of firearms. Speaking during the parade on Saturday, Commissioner of Police Ishola Olarewaju said a Mercedes-Benz GLK 4MATIC without a registration number was recovered from 3 suspects who jumped out of the car after a police team during a patrol by police team. The driver could not provide proof of ownership. While charging Lagos residents on vigilance, the CP assured his team's readiness to dismantle criminal networks throughout Lagos as part of a proactive approach to combating crime in the state.
1 Chukwuma 823 recovered from them one AK-47 rifle with several rifles ammunition, 2 locally made single and double barrel guns with 4 live cartridges were also recovered from them. The suspects have been charged with court. Kidnapping. On the 20th of October 2024, a case of kidnapping was reported at the command by one Mrs. Aya Ngozi. Our operatives swung into action. We arrested one Shegun Akintola, age 27, and victim rescued while the case charged to court. We recovered some vehicles. Just at your back, you can see 2 Prado jeeps. Information came to us that they were hot vehicles. We arrested the vendor who claimed.
We'll take a break here, but still to come, China marks a muted 5th anniversary of first COVID death. News Now will be back shortly.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other Paper Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. Here's a recap of our top stories. At least 21 government-backed fighters have been killed in an ambush by bandits in Katsina State, Nigeria's northwest region. Reports add that many more villagers remain missing. The Katsina police spokesman Abubakar Sadiq Aliyu told newsmen that a convoy of pro-government fighters was returning from paying condolences to the family of a dead colleague when it came under fire from bandits in the village of Baure in the Safana district. Aliyu assured that police are actively searching for the attackers as the region continues to suffer from violence from bandits notorious for killings and abductions. We also informed you that in a split decision of 2 justices to 1, the Court of Appeal Abuja Division has barred the Federal High Court in Kano from adjudicating over the Kano Emirate legal matter. In its judgment on Friday, the Appellate Court held that the Federal High Court has no jurisdiction to dabble into the Kano State chieftaincy matters on ground that such a case can only be determined by a Kano High Court. The Kano State government also called on relevant authorities, institutions and individuals to comply fully with the recent Court of Appeal judgment that resolved the long-standing dispute over the Emirate Council reforms. In case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV and AVO TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery and Apple Store, on Facebook or at TV360 online.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
When when you go into public office, you must be ready to answer to the people.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On Digi 360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians are saying in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
Digi 360, dissecting the issues.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello, Alhaji. Right now I'm in Abuja. No. Hello, Adamu. Right now I'm in Kano. Yes. When I get back, I will just call you. Look, what is wrong with you? I'm talking on the phone and you are gesticulating and doing. What's wrong with you?
Daddy, where exactly are we as we speak?
Are you alright? This is Lagos.
Well, you just lied to someone that we are in Abuja.
Keep quiet. Who told you can tell an elderly person is lying?
Daddy, you just lied. And by lying, you are raising corrupt children for the future of Nigeria. That is corruption, not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
On business, Nigeria's Minister of Trade and Investment has stated that the 3.844 billion naira allocated to the ministry in the capital budget is insufficient to effectively implement its programs and plans aimed at supporting President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. In her remarks at a joint budget defense session with the Senate Committees on Industry, Trade and Investment and the House of Representatives Committees on Commerce, Industry and Small and Medium Enterprises, the minister appealed to lawmakers for additional funding. She argued that increased support is essential for aligning the ministry's projects with the goals set out in the National Development Plan and the Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, ultimately fostering the growth and development of the Nigerian economy.
The ministry's 2025 capital proposal stood at 3.8 billion, which is inadequate to meet the scope of work required to deliver this impact to Nigerians across the nation. As a result, we would appreciate additional funding for our priority capital projects and programs to enable us to expedite some of our projects in line with the objectives clearly articulated in the National Development Plan and the Medium-Term Expenditure Framework as presented to the National Assembly by Mr. President. In this regard, it is on this regard that on behalf of the Nigerian people, we continue to request for your invaluable support in delivering on the set objectives of the ministry to enhance the development and growth of the Nigerian economy.
When our new government got there, there was a slight problem in Niger. The borders were closed. 7 states in the northern region were affected. Imagine the trade that would have gone among all of us just because there was a change of government. Today, those people they are gone, they have left ECOWAS. You know the economic implications and the security. The security implication now has affected the economic growth because again, that normally block these people from Libya and so on. Libya has left its border to us and we are having the problem in the north. So without this security and others, the needs of doing business is not going to be achieved and we are still going to have problems.
Meanwhile, African airlines have recorded a 12.4% year-on-year increase in international passenger demand for November 2024, marking a significant recovery in the continent's air travel industry. The data was obtained from the International Air Transport Association IATA report for international passenger markets in November 2024, released in January 2025. According to IATA, capacity in the region grew by 6.0%, indicating that airlines responded to the increase in demand by either adding more flights or deploying larger aircraft. This surge in demand highlights the resilience and steady growth of African carriers as they continue to rebound from the global disruptions of previous years. And on the foreign scene, the 5th anniversary of the first known death from COVID-19 passed quietly in China on Saturday, January 11, with no official commemorations in the country, where the pandemic remains a sensitive topic. On January 11, 2020, health officials in Wuhan had reported that a 61-year-old man had died from complications of pneumonia caused by a previously unknown virus. This revelation followed reports of numerous infections over several weeks by the virus, which would later be named SARS-CoV-2, the strain responsible for COVID-19. The outbreak eventually led to a global pandemic, resulting in over 7 million deaths and significantly changing lifestyles worldwide. Still on the foreign scene, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has launched a new campaign aimed at reducing the number of weapons on the country's violence-plagued streets. The initiative, titled Yes to Disarmament, Yes to Peace, will offer financial incentives for individuals who anonymously surrender their firearms at designated drop-off locations, including churches. The collected weapons will then be destroyed. This disarmament effort is a key component of the government's broader integral strategy to combat crime. Well, up next is Entertainment Report on News Now.
Nollywood star Funke Akindele has emerged as the second highest grossing Nollywood writer for the year 2024, along with Collins Oko and Akinlabi Ishola. This was for the film Everybody Loves Jennifer, which had generated 1.12 billion naira at the box office. This was revealed by Film One on its Instagram page on Friday. Stephen Oluboyo became the first highest grossing Nollywood writer, with the films Alakada, Bad and Bougie and Daburo, which all raked in 1.38 billion naira. For the third highest grossing Nollywood writer, Anthony Joseph clinched the position for the films Queen Latifah and The Waiter, with 780 million naira revenue generated. Djimon Hounsou, the ace Beninese-American actor, has opened up about the racial treatment he has experienced in Hollywood. In an interview, the Blood Diamond actor shared his frustrations about facing systemic racism in Hollywood. Djimon was nominated for prominent awards for his roles in Blood Diamond and In America. The 60-year-old said he had naturally expected such recognition to boost his career. He, however, said he is still struggling financially despite his numerous achievements. And that's your entertainment report on News Now. Joy Uchejim, TV360, Lagos.
Finally, on sports, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has officially outlined the roadmap for African teams competing in the 2025 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifiers. The tournament, scheduled to take place in Morocco from October 17 to November 8, marks a historic first for Africa as the host continent and features an expanded format with 24 teams. In a statement released on Thursday, CAF confirmed that the qualification journey will begin on January 10, 2025, with 28 African nations vying for a chance to join hosts Morocco at the World Cup. A total of 5 African representatives will compete at the finals. And Manchester United coach Ruben Amorim has insisted he will not prioritize the Premier League over the FA Cup and plans to field his strongest Manchester United side for their third-round clash at Arsenal. The Portuguese manager says he is focused on building momentum after last weekend's 2-2 draw at Premier League leaders Liverpool. Despite United's current position in 13th place, just 7 points above the relegation zone, Amorim assures he is determined not to field a weakened team as his side begins their FA Cup defense in North London. Well, that's it on News Now. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again some other time.